I had to get the bag.
And get the bag he did. This video, we're going to be talking about Coach Prime's net worth. I'm going to go through his earnings and then tell you what I think it is and where it's going to go. All right, we start off. Coach Prime was on the pivot. He already said he had gotten money in college from the Yankees, where he gave up his football scholarship to be a walk-on for his last year at Florida State. So we're going to start with baseball. Here, Prime made $13 million over his seasons playing baseball with the Braves and the Yankees and the Reds. The second graphic is because I had this card. I absolutely love this card. It was great. All right, so he made way more money playing football. So he started being drafted, of course, to the Falcons. He signed a 5-year deal with a $2 million signing bonus. Overall, Prime made $33 million over his 14 seasons in his Hall of Fame career. From there, he went into youth football, as people know, is in the Truth Academy and how he started. But his main gig was with CBS as a wonderful analyst. Now, it was reported he was being paid $1 million per year before asking for a pay raise. He wanted a pay raise of $2 million. That's where he wanted to be. Now, the pay raise was denied, and he was replaced with Shannon Sharpe here. So Shannon Sharpe started his career then. Prime then went on to be a superstar analyst for the NFL Network. It was reported he met and got his $2 million payout. That was until 2020 when the network asked him to take a considerable pay cut, and that was probably due to the pandemic. So they wanted him to go from $2 million to $1 million. Coach Prime said, nah, bruh, bump that, and he signed with Barstool Sports for an undisclosed sum, but it was reported that it was higher than the $2 million that the NFL Network was paying. And if you remember, Barstool and NFL Network, well, NFL were beefing back then, so they were quite happy to take Deion. He started with Barstool Sports with a podcast and a pregame show and other media while courting college football jobs. So from there, a few months later, in September 2020, he was named the head coach of the Jackson State University Tigers, becoming the first and still the only NFL Hall of Fame player to be the head coach in college football history of any college football program. He then started the legendary Coach Prime show on Barstool. Now, those details again were undisclosed, but the details that we do know is he was paid $1.2 million over 4 years at Jackson State, and which he gave away half of his salary back to the university.
You want to buy a bag? I got this.
He already had the bag. So that led to the Colorado job where he signed a $30 million contract. Now, more later, let's talk about his current endorsements. He's always been with Under Armour. He's a long-time Under Armour endorser once he split from Nike. He also has oikos, he has aflac, and he has a random hair restore uh, product with Brian Urlacher. Now, you want to look at his independent sources. He has coverage by Prime, which he keeps putting out for on his Instagram account. That seems to be his independent thing that he's trying to build up and getting the lion's share of those profits. Now, he's also a motivational speaker. To me, I think he's the football Steve Harvey, which I think is really funny. Now, this clip, or this that's on your screen, is an old screenshot, but it looks like at the time the price list for his live event appearances to speak were from $100,000 to $200,000 per event. Now, since being head coach at Colorado, I've counted at least 4 times he uploaded to his IG account about speaking engagements. So conservatively, that's $400 to $500,000. Liberal, that's up to $1 million plus, where Coach Prime cashing them checks. Now let's look at his IG account. He has 3 million followers. From my research, accounts of that size are monetized and make up to $45,000 per month. Probably higher for Coach Prime. Now you want to look at his properties. He's always putting them on IG, call it Country Prime, 2 lakes, and he's also selling the home that he had in Jackson, and is selling it for over $1 million. So that'll be another $1 million back in his pocket pretty soon. All right, let's get to the Colorado contract details. He signed for $30 million. All right, and his deal has a first year base of $500,000, and he also gets, and it's broken up in different segments. He gets 1.7 million for media appearances this year and 1.7 for Colorado promotion. it is highly possible he has already been paid that promotion $1.75 million. We went really into effect with we went really into detail with the prime effect, and that you could just look at it with the Colorado social media has just gone crazy. The spring game just sold out, which has never been done in Colorado history, and he has been everywhere promoting Colorado and also dominating, dominating and winning the transfer portal.
I'm a winner. I've always won. I'm going to win. Y'all know that.
And he won at the bank. So based on his $30 million contract, Prime's net worth is, I'm gonna say, predicted to be $60 million plus and climbing. I think if he wins at Colorado, he will be over 100 million plus net worth, and that's if he re-ups his contract at Colorado or some other Power Five. Well, whether it's Florida State, some other SEC school, who knows? If he re-ups at 10 mil a year, he will not have to coach too long to be over that $100 million mark. Let me tell you, he is prepared for this calling, and it's about more than the money. It's about more than the bag. He already got that, but I think he's ready to go. Listen to it for yourself.
Lord, you could have chose anybody, but you chose me. That means you equipped me, prepared me, took me to and fro, so that I understand the assignment. I understand what comes with it. The love, the hate, the ignorance, the adolescence.
What's incredible about this story and this journey is that Coach Prime has accumulated all of this money while having multiple marriages. He has gone on record that Brittany Renner could have saved him millions of dollars because of the game she gave not only the players but him. If you want to go and look at that, that'll be on one of their channels. He also had shows on OWN that I didn't even mention. Deion's Family Playbook, however much he got from that. The Amazon Coach Prime money, where he had 6 episodes or whatever it was on Amazon Prime. He's also talked about him shooting a documentary currently that's going to follow him in Colorado. I am sure that content is going to be licensed and sold to whatever highest bidder platform there is, whether that's Amazon, Apple, or whoever. I also think he's missing out on a major money opportunity, and it just exemplifies how it's not always about the money. He could easily hire people to have a YouTube channel just on motivational clips because of the stuff he sends out each and every day. Football Steve Harvey could have a motivational hub on a YouTube channel that just uploads his clips on what he says that day, or if he just reads a quote, he's missing out on more money. And that is just admirable by Coach Prime. But we've reached the end of the video. If you like this, please like it. If you like this video or like this account, please subscribe. If you like this, go ahead and put the notifications on. Heritage Sports.